why we believe in blocking carbon emissions. Because we understand, we read some science, we understand about how global, we can think 2 steps ahead. You need to think 2 steps ahead. The Tea Party of the left is just a circus for Fox News and MSNBC. It's not the revival of democracy in America, but a movement that knits together people of honest but different convictions around a common recognition of a common identification of corruption is the potential to change this nation. Please, act on that potential. However fun the carnival, however tempting the drama, however great it would be to be as completely convinced of your righteousness as those on the right seem to be. Step back from that. Think 2 steps ahead and build the movement that could change this country. Thank you very much for this chance.
How do we reach out to those original Tea Partiers, like you said? You know, we're very different from them culturally. How do we reach out to them?
Yeah, so the question was...
Yes, speak up.
Mic check.
Mic check.
How do we reach out?
How do we reach out
to those original Tea Partiers?
To those original Tea Partiers
that you mentioned? When there are cultural differences between us.
When there are cultural differences between us.
With respect.
With respect.
Without challenging their integrity.
Without challenging their integrity.
Without requiring that they agree with you on all the important issues you and I agree about.
Without requiring that they agree with you on all the important issues that we agree about.
And by openly and explicitly saying.
And by openly and explicitly saying.
Come here.
Come here.
Party with us.
Party with us.
Let's talk about the future of America.
Let's talk about the future of America.
I just have to give a shout out. I'm one of the original Tea Party people. There are lots of people who are your friends. Who might not think are your friends.
Hey, yo.
Stand up.
Mic check. Start over.
You have friends.
We have friends.
With people that you might not think.
With people that you might not think.
Go to againstverticalism.org and I'll send you them to you. Thank you.
Behind you. No,
How do you propose
that you find yourself as a liberal?
you define yourself as a liberal?
There are contradictions within that.
Contradictions within that.
How do you propose
How do you propose
that people here,
that people here
liberals,
that consider themselves
with their contradictions first around class, race, before they even propose themselves as being in contradiction to the Tea Party, who also say, let's bring back America, which I've heard here as well. Those kinds of contradictions, how do you propose handling?
Yeah, so our nation has a long history of not resolving these contradictions. And we got to get around to resolving them, I agree. But if the thought is we have to resolve them here first, before we can deal with these other issues, we're not going anywhere. I think there has to be a recognition. I think back to remember the cartoon of the wolf and the sheepdog fighting like hell. Trying to kill the sheepdog. And then at the end of the day, the whistle blows and they go off and they drink a beer. Right? That's the distinction between the time when we need to fight for our values and work these things out.
Can we get back to the mic check?
Yeah, mic check.
One more time, because we're not getting it back here.
Do we have a megaphone? So the question was, how do we work out? How do we work out?
How do we work out
the internal contradictions we have here?
the internal contradictions we have here?
And I was trying to say in response that if we think we have to work out all those contradictions first, we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
So, that's not to say That's